Ladies and gentlemen, we were discussing Adityas. We were discussing the forms of Surya in the previous class, and you must have got vital information about yourself. What is the main aim of understanding Surya in your horoscope? The main aim to understand Surya in the chart is to understand what you want to do in this world and what world expect you to do. These are the main questions. These are the two main questions that I get in most of my consultations. People ask me, Guruji, this is what I wanted to do. Will I be able to achieve it? And then they ask me, what is my horoscope expecting me to do? This can be assessed and understood by understanding the Adityas. Adityas are nothing but they are the 12 forms of Surya Devata. Every month, has a very different energy. For an example, the way you feel in April, you do not feel the same in December. In December, you feel very different from April. In the same way, you feel very different in September as compared to January. It is not because of the change of the season or change of the month. Of course, that is one physical factor or one environmental factor. But the major factor is about the form of a Surya which is operating in that month. That is known as Aditya. It is a different form. For an example, you take your example. You get up in the morning, and when you drop your children to school or till the school bus even, you are behaving like a father. Your state of mind is different, and the state of mind of children is different. When you go to office, you are now a boss. You own a company or you work for a company. You represent a very different person. And when you meet a client, you are different. When you meet a friend, you are different. You come home, you meet your wife, your mother, your sister, you're a very different person. So you change forms, but basically you are the same person in different forms. That is what Surya is all about. Surya Devata is in different forms in different months. So whenever Surya is in the Mesha Rashi or in the first house, he is Dhata. That's the first Aditya. I've given you the names of all 12 Adityas in the previous lecture. So in the first house, in the Mesha, he is Dhata. In the second house or in the Vrishbha, it is Aryamana. In Mithuna, he is Mitra. In Karka, he is Aruna or Varuna. In Simha, he is Indra in the fifth sign, Leo. In Kanya, he is Viviswan. In Tula, he is Pushya. In Vrishchika, he is Parajana. In Dhanu, he is Anshuman. In Makara, he is Bhaga. In Kumbha, he is Tvasta. And in Meena, he is Vishnu. He's not the Vishnu that you're thinking. He's a different Vishnu. Okay? So that's are the 12 Adityas. I've given you the names. I've given you the positions. I've shown you the pictorial description in the last lecture. And we've discussed about Mesha, Dhata, and we've also discussed about Aryamana. In Aryamana, we were discussing about the Pitri dosha, and since that Pitri dosha concept got stretched, there were several questions and there were several explanations on Pitri dosha. So we stopped it there. And I said that the remaining Adityas I'll cover in this particular lecture. Why Surya is so important? It is just not the forms that are important. Surya is the karka of your lagna. Lagna is your intelligence, your immunity. Lagna is your prarabdha. Somebody was asking me yesterday, and he was talking to me about Shiv Mahapuran. the course that we are launching in April. And you know what? If you ask me today on any channel, that what is my biggest dream? My biggest dream at the moment is to teach Shiv Mahapuran, because that has transformed my life, and I'm sure that will transform the life of everyone who is there. You see, somebody asked me, what is the proof that we had our prarabdha? The word prarabdha is coming from your past life karmas, the energies that you have in your previous births. Somebody asked me, we talk about sanchit karma, we talked about our prarabdha. How can you prove that we had some pending karma? How can we prove that we have some prarabdha? I mean, there is a way to look at it in the chart. We can look at D9 chart, we can look at the position of the 9th house and so many other things. But on the same time, if someone doesn't know Jyotish, someone who is not close to a guru or a teacher, he or she asks, do we had a prarabdha? What is the proof? How do we know we had karmic settlements in the past? The answer is your lagna itself represents your prarabdha, your thought process, your intelligence. Are you a stupid person or an intelligent guy? Are you a greedy or a very contented person? Who are you? Everything is coming from the energy. Why are we different from each other? Why are we not identical? Even the twins are not identical. They have different set of karmas and different set of prarabdha. And the only difference is what you are. Your physical body represents your prarabdha. When you are physically fit, that means at least some prarabdha was good, that you're physically fit. You're not dying young, or you're not dying in your childhood. That means some prarabdha is good. You are autistic, you are handicapped. That means there's some problem with your prarabdha. What makes a person born in a particular family? What makes a person look very beautiful and handsome? What makes a person have a good family? What makes a person die young? Is it in control? Your heart is beating. Can you control your heart? No, you cannot. You can control your emotions. You can control your desires, but you cannot control your heartbeat. You have to be a yogi. You have to be a yogi to control your heartbeat. It's as simple as that. So the way you look, the kind of body that you've got, the kind of color that you have, the kind of intelligence that you have, represents your past life. Simple. And this is made up of 5 elements. And this is what we teach in Shiv Mahapuran. The day you can balance the 5 elements of your Jataka, of your body, of your lagna, of your intelligence, of your divisional charts, you can balance the emotions of your bhakti. You can balance the emotions of your intelligence. That is when you become a better person. That is when you actually become devotee of Shiva. Shiva is just giving us a message that balance them, balance them. I have given you Jyotisha, not everyone can read or understand shastras. I, at least in my entire life, in this Kali Yuga, will not be able to understand and read entire set of Vedas. I'll be very honest with you.
Very well.
Nobody will be able to. But then, how do we do it in Kali Yuga? The answer was that all these Vedas were brought into a Samhita, like Vidveshwar Samhita, the combinations. So the people who cannot read Vedas or understand Vedas, there should be some examples, certain examples, and all these examples and stories were accumulated into Puranas. And we have three Puranas majorly: Shiv Mahapuran, Vishnu Purana, and Srimad Bhagavatam. If you cannot read Vedas, if you can understand these three things, you're done. You need not read Vedas. And if you read Shiv Mahapuran, if you understand Shiv Mahapuran, if you understand the mantras, the remedies, the Rudraksh Vidya, the Mantra Vidya, the Panchakshari Vidya, if you understand that, 50% job is done. That is the time when you learn about your lagna, about your intelligence. Why are you here for? And when your real purpose matches with your intelligence, you become what Shiva wants you to become. And that is why I've given you this second lecture on Surya. Understand your Aditya. And I have told that everyone may not have Mesha Lagna. That means that you have Surya in the first house, but it may be an Aries Surya, or that may be a Gemini Surya, or that could be a Tula Surya in the Lagna, because you people have different Lagnas. So how do we superimpose them? That was my last lecture. And it clearly says that the Rashi of your Surya defines what you want to do, your urge. And the house in which the Surya is defines what this world expects from you. And when I say the world, I say your horoscope expects from you. Your Jataka expects from you. The day you will understand what is expected out of you and you start doing that with your own thought process, that is when you start living with grace. That is when you start understanding the real purpose of your existence. That is how I tell people, after looking at Bhrigu Bindu point, BP, I definitely tell them through their Adityas that what is their real purpose, what is expected out of you, and what you think you should do. For which I had explained you people about our first Aditya Dhata and the second Aditya Aryamana. Now we'll go to the third Aditya Mitra. Let me share my whiteboard. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire world that we live in is between the first house to the 10th house. You won't believe this. You won't believe this. Then why do we have 12 houses? Why do we have 12 houses if the entire world is between the first house to the 10th house? Did you understand what I said? हमारी पूरी जिंदगी 1 से दशम भाव के बीच में ही है. Nothing else. Nothing else. Why? You see, this is what you are. This is what your family is. This is what your ability and communication is. These are the luxuries. These are your children and love, romance, skill. These are your enemies and day-to-day life. This is your partnership. This is your extended family and hidden secrets of life. This is your boss. This is your dharma. This is your teacher, guru, and this is your work. Rest, nothing is in your hands. Do you think moksha is in your hand? To some extent. Do you think the 11th house, hopes, wishes, desires, do they really work? Actually, the 11th house is not hopes, wishes, and desires. For me, for my understanding, the 11th house is all about Guru Charan. These are the lotus feet of Guru, the 11th house. And this is moksha. So what did shastras say? Shastras say that if you want to come out of this vicious circle of 1 to 10, you need the lotus feet of Guru. If you reach here, you will definitely reach here. You cannot get into moksha without your Guru. This is guaranteed. This is 100% guaranteed. This is for sure. And that is why it is very much important to understand the Adityas. Let me clear some, okay. Let me write down. And this is 11, this is 12, this is known as Dhata, Aditya. This is Aryaman. This is Mitra, and we are going to talk about Mitra Aditya. So Mitra Aditya is in the 3rd house and in the Gemini sign. Okay, that's Mitra. So what is Mitra Aditya? Mitra Aditya has an energy of being friendly to everyone. So if you are a Mitra Aditya, you want to be friendly. Your basic nature is a friendly nature. And the drawback of having Mitra Aditya is that every single person will call you for his or her problem. They will look a good friend in you, which gives you lots and lots of mental suffering. Why mental suffering? Because it is 12th from the 4th house. It is 12th from the comforts of life. The 3rd house is 12th. You start counting, 12 places from the 4th house. 1, 2, 3, 4. You reach here. You reach Mitra. It is a tormentation, Aditya. It is a tormented Aditya. It's a very emotional house. It can give you sorrows because, you yourself can be in a great sorrow by listening to the sorrows of others. All the time, you're just listening to the sorrows. All the time. It's a very, very emotional kind of Aditya. It's a very communicative Aditya. And especially if you have Mitra Aditya, it becomes extremely important that you must do a mantra known as Om Mitraye Nama. Or you can simply say Mitraye Nama. Or you can say Om Grini Mitraye Aditya. Om Grini Mitraye Aditya. That's the mantra one should chant. So that if you are friendly with this world and world expects you to be friendly, you do not get mental tormentation or you don't feel mentally tormented by listening to so many people. People keep on calling you and they look at you because they think that you are their true friend. And that's what it happens. It is Nama, not Nam. It is Namha, Ha. Mitraye Nama. It is with her. You see, the third Aditya, if you are a third Aditya, I must tell you, your friend is very lucky to have you as your friend. Or if you have a friend who has Mitra Aditya, you are very lucky because he will do anything for you. He will go to any extent for you. He may feel tired of doing things with you, but he will not give up. That is Mitra. And I personally belong to Mitra Aditya. I am a Mesha Lagna. My Surya is in the third house. And it's a Mitra Aditya in the Gemini. Even in the smallest of the smallest troubles, my followers, my friends, they want to call and talk. And I want to be friendly with them. But on the same time, at times it becomes extremely difficult. So that's what Mitra and that's what world expects from you. The fourth one is when Surya Devata enters the Jala Tattva for the first time. And it is also known as Aruna Aditya. And the bija for Jala is V, Va. So at times you can also call it Varuna Aditya. Varuna or Aruna Aditya. You see, when sun reaches the first water sign, the moment it reaches here or enters the first water sign, this sun has power to punish. The sun has power to punish since it controls the Jala Tattva. You know what is Jala? Jala is nothing but emotions. It is emotions. It has power to punish. What I've seen here is whenever you see an Surya in the sign of Cancer, it is actually a real representation of Shiva. Real representation. Shiva is the one who destroys, who destructs. And whenever you have Surya in the Karka, you can be a great judge. You can be a great attorney. Because the entire world will expect from you to punish the people who are wrong, to punish the people who are culprits. And also, you will not forgive yourself easily if you have done a mistake. That thing will keep on coming in your mind. And it is a very powerful Aditya, I must tell you, even though it doesn't have a Digbala, doesn't have a directional strength. But I must tell you, it is a very powerful Aditya. It represents the energy of Shiva. Om Varunaya Namaha. Or simply Varunaya Namaha, Varunaya Namaha, Varunaya Namaha. Very, very important. Very important. You see, you always keep talking to yourself about the mistake that you have done. And the day you get the grace of Shiva, and the day this thing comes in your mind that I will punish this person, trust me, you have the ability to punish. And people who can punish others are required in the society. Krishna did not forgive anyone. He did not. He has this ability. Or when Surya reaches the Chandra home, emotion is Krishna. Surya has the ability to punish. It is just like a father reaching home, and if the children are doing wrong, the father will punish. And I must tell you, if you think that you are a father and you don't have ability to punish your children, you are not a good father. As a father, you must have an ability to punish your children, not to a level that you start slapping them or start abusing them. Punishment means that you make them disciplined, you counsel them, you tell them right and wrong, you spend time with them. And if they are doing wrong on some things, you ban those things. Like if your child wants a mobile phone 12 hours a day and you are just giving him for 1 hour and you're keeping the phone with you for next 11 hours, you somehow have punished him or her. She will think like that. But as a father, you must have that ability. If you see your child in a wrong friendship, as a father, you should be daring enough, you should be strong enough to take your child away from the clutches of those dirty friends. You should have ability to counsel your child in a strong way. And even at times, agar aapko डांटना भी पड़ता है, you should have that ability. You should not look like a foolish father who himself is not capable of doing anything. That is Aruna Aditya. एक चीज मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा. Sorry, I forgot. I think I should have told you from the first Aditya Dhata. I'm sorry. Wherever your Surya is, look at your horoscope. 99% of you people remember your chart. My clients, my students ask me, Navneet sir, where is my dharma? मेरा धर्म कहाँ पे है? मेरी कुंडली देखकर बताओ कि इस जन्म में मेरा धर्म क्या है? What is my dharma? Wherever your Surya is, the ninth from your Surya is your dharma. So, if your sun is in the fourth house, where is your dharma? Your dharma is in the 12th house. It is the beginning of the moksha, and this is moksha. 4, 8, and 12 is a moksha trikona. Your Atma reaches here, beginning of the moksha process, clearing your heart, punishing yourself. When you do this japa walk, 32 rounds, 16 rounds a day, at times your fingers start paining by doing the mala. मेरी बड़ी बारी मेरी उंगलियां दुखने लग गई. It started paining. At times, people may think that, oh, you're punishing yourself or you're punishing yourself. No. If you want gold, you'll have to burn it. Then you'll get the gold. That is again punishing the metal to get the gold. And the aim of this Varuna Aditya is the 12th house. Isolation, meditation, moksha. This is the dharma. This is the dharma that is given to you. If you are in the 3rd house, your dharma is the Guru Charana. To give your life for Guru and give your life for society. Because 11th house is also society, Samaj, ye dunya. For Mitra, that is why people are calling you all the time. People are asking you all the time, be my friend, be my friend. Where are these people sitting? These people are sitting in the 11th house. Oh, this is my dharma. This is the catch. And when you are Aramana, you are an Aditya focused towards your family. You can only do something for your family if your dharma is your work. If you work hard, if you have a good profession, if you have good money, only then you can be dedicated towards your family. Your dharma is your work. Of course, you will check Rashi and house both. I told you in my first lecture. It's the combination of house as well as what Rashi. So what Rashi is there is what you want to do. The house is what the world expects from you. Let's talk about the fifth, Aditya. The fifth Aditya is Indra. Indra Aditya. Pancham Aditya. Who is Indra? Indra is the protector of the Devatas. You become the protector of good people. People feel protected. The family will feel protected. But where is your dharma? We should take priority is nothing. Priority is both. It is both of them have equal priority. There's no priority between you and the world. It is equal. If you're listening to my lecture carefully, you would have not asked this question. I simply said in the beginning of this lecture that when what you want matches with what world expects from you, that is the most beautiful life. So where is the priority? Actually, we are trying to superimpose. When you understand what you want to do and what others expect from you, that is when you become fantastic. That is when you understand, see, I want to learn Jyotish and I want to do good Jyotish. And this is something what people expect from me. If I'm doing that, when it matches, it becomes a great yoga. So Indira, the dharma is lagna. अगर किसी का सूर्य पंचम भाव में है या उसका सूर्य सिम राशि का सूर्य है, then your dharma is your lagna. Your dharma is to keep your body good. Your dharma is to keep your intelligence good. Your dharma is to self-enhance yourself. My son Naman, he has this Surya in the 5th house and he's a Mesha Lagna. So it is an accurate Indra that he has. And that is why he has got two qualities. One, he takes care of his body. Second, he has a lot of medicinal knowledge. You know what? Indra is also Ayurveda. So if you are Indra Aditya, you will be fascinated with Ayurvedic and natural therapies. Leo Aditya are the people who would focus on natural things, natural medicines, natural supplements. They have the knowledge of the same. That is what Indra Aditya is all about. He is the giver of the rain. Sun in the 6th house. Oh, I'm coming, Jyotiji. I mean, you'll have to make this combination yourself. Don't run. I mean, I would request you please don't put questions right now because it is breaking my flow. I would request you people to ask questions in the end of the class, please. So, the mantra for the Indra Aditya is Om Grini Indraditya Namaha. Om Grini Indraditya Namaha. If you do this mantra, this will give you a lot of prosperity and knowledge if you have your Indraditya. The sixth Aditya is the Vivaswan. Vivaswan. The sixth house is the house of Shadripus. What are the Shadripus? Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mas, Matasya. These are the Shadripus. All the negative qualities that you have. This Aditya is overloaded with Agni Tattva. And this Aditya has ability to burn Shadripus. This Aditya has ability to give you spiritual enhancement. I must tell you that people who have Virgo Surya, they can have great self-control. They can burn their own sins and they can help others to burn their sins as well. They have lot of Agni. They have lot of fire in them. Lots and lots of fire. Om Vivisvate Namaha. Om Vivisvate Namaha. This is the mantra. What world expects from you if you have this Aditya? That you can burn their karmas and you can burn your own karmas. The parents, the world will expect that you can be very disciplined. You'll be an IAS officer. You can become this. You can become that. People expect you to be one ideal person who has no Shadripus. This is what is expected from you. And it is also expected that you can burn the Shadripus of this society, Samaj. You can remove the evils of the society. And this is what you also think that you can do certain reforms that can help the people to become better person. That is what you think. A lot of people have misconceptions about Tula Surya, known as the Pushyaditya. What are the misconceptions? Oh, Surya is debilitated. It will not allow any Raj Yoga, this and that. Of course, it may not allow some Raj Yoga. I may agree to that fact. But you know what? Having a lot of money and having a good business does not require any Raj Yoga. In fact, it requires affliction of Jupiter. It requires a Tula Surya, a depleted sun, or the Pusha Aditya. Because whenever you have Jupiter or Surya in the 7th house, and if they are afflicted, you have ability to earn tons of money. Tons of money. This Aditya has ability to create Indrajala, Jadoo, Jal of money, Maya. This Aditya has ability to do associations, partnerships. The Tula Aditya. It is very, very powerful. If you want, you are a Tula Aditya, which is Pushya Aditya, and if you want your business to shoot up, I'm going to give you a very powerful secretive mantra. The money, the finance, the business will shoot up. But you have to do this mantra from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. only if you have Pushya Aditya or Aditya in the 7th house or Aditya in the Tula. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. And if you are suffering from any health ailments, then the mantra is Om Hiranya Retase Namaha. Om, I'll just write down this thing for you. So you can, should I write in Hindi? Om Ha Ra Adha Na Hiranya Re Te Se. Hiranya Retase Namaha. Arvinder, somebody will write English for you, okay? Someone please type English of this mantra. Okay, I'll do that, don't worry. Om Hiranya Retase Re Tase Namaha. Okay? Yes, somebody did it right away. Thank you. So, these are the mantra. If you have Sun in Tula or in the 7th house, you have great scope of earning tons of money. Business, partnerships, daily income. It comes from Pushya Aditya. And where is the dharma of this Aditya? Can somebody tell me? It is in the 3rd house. What is 3rd house? 3rd house, 12 to 1 p.m. 3rd house is a house of new beginnings. 3rd house is the house of new beginnings. It is the house of new ventures. Whenever there are major transits on the 3rd house, they are giving you a message that you can start with the new venture. You can get a transfer. You can get a job change. 3rd house. A beautiful affair that concludes into marriage starts from the 3rd house. And it's a partnership. That is why the dharma of a partnership is the beginning. That beginning may be an eye contact, maybe a mental beginning, or when you start developing feelings for someone. It all starts from the 3rd house. Because it starts from some mental, physical, or psychological communication, and then it goes to the 4th house. And then it goes to romance, then it goes to agreements and difficulties, and then in the 7th house, it gets married. How beautiful is Jyotish? Everything is so planned, so planned. The 8th is known as Prajanya Aditya. The world expects from you to transform yourself, to change yourself. And if you are the one who doesn't like to transform yourself, this is a bad Aditya if you have it. Your horoscope wants you to transform. Whatever you are, you need to be close to the occult sciences. You need to be close to the secrets of Sanatan Dharma, of Puranas, Shiv Mahapuran, Vishnu Puran, Shrimad Bhagavatam. This is what is expected by the world. And if you believe in the same, if you have a Scorpio sun, your life will become fantastic. This Aditya is a giver of spiritual knowledge. This Aditya has great ability to give you spiritual knowledge. If you can jump into the ocean of spirituality, this Aditya really helps you. The best remedy for this Aditya is to lit a lamp, a desi ghee lamp in front of Shiva, because Shiva is the ultimate knowledge giver. All Jyotisha, all remedies are coming from one energy known as Shiva. Nobody else. Nobody else, ladies and gentlemen. He is the ultimate giver of the knowledge. Om Vriddhi Aditya Namaha. Om Vriddhi. 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 Enhancement of spiritual knowledge. Vriddhi Aditya Namaha. This is the mantra for Scorpio sun or sun in the 8th house. Transformation. You will transform yourself, and you have ability to transform this world as well. The 9th Aditya is the Parjanya Aditya. This is a purified Aditya after the transformation. It is the giver of spiritual knowledge. Sorry, this is Parjanya we've done already. I'm sorry. We go to Anshuman Aditya. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. Anshuman Aditya. Anshuman. Once you have the knowledge, Anshuman Aditya is the remover of darkness. It removes the darkness. It is the actual dharma house of the Kar Purush Kundli. It is the controller of the Vayu Tattva. It protects the world. What is one thing which is protecting the world? Dharma. What is dharma? Protocol, rules. People who have Surya in the Navam Bhava or Surya in the Sagittarius sign, they are the protectors of the dharma. They are people who can design fantastic rules, protocols for an organization, for the country, for the world, for a samaj, for a mission. Om Anshumate Namaha. And this mantra, whenever you start doing the Aditya mantras, just for 4 months, fast on Sunday and do this mantra on Sunday morning only. Every Aditya mantra is not supposed to be done every day. So whichever your Aditya mantra is, do it on Sunday morning only. And if you started doing this for 4 months, almost 4 months will have 16 Sundays minimum. So for 16 Sundays, you have to fast for 16 Sundays and do this mantra 40 minutes in the morning. Your Aditya will become pure. Simple. That simple is that. The 10th Aditya is the Bhaga Aditya. It's the Bhaga Aditya. Yeah, so the mantra I think the mantra I'll just write down. Om Anshumate Namaha. I think if I've pronounced wrong, it's Om Anshumate Namaha. Okay, for Bhaga. Bhaga is the Aditya of hard work. People who have Capricorn Sun, they really work hard in their life. And that is what world expects from them, to really, really work hard. This is the Aditya of karma. This is the Aditya of your share, your bhag, what you'll get after your entire journey of hard work in life. The mantra for this Aditya, this is the sheer hard work Aditya. And I've seen fantastic people who've reached to the level by the sheer hard work. There's no alternative to hard work. But then you require a little bit of luck as well. It is very easy to say when you are successful that you really worked hard. No. When you are very successful, you will find people saying, oh, I really worked hard in my life, this, that. Well, you worked hard, okay. But then there is destiny which is involved. That is a bhagya which is involved. I must tell you that. So Bhaga Aditya, the mantra is Om Vimala Aditya Namaha. Om Vimala Aditya Namaha. The 11th or the Aquarius Aditya is the Tvasta Aditya. Tvasta Aditya. Now imagine what is the dharma of the Bhaga Aditya. It's the 6th house. Winning and working. What is 6th house? 6th house is house of your daily routine, right? You work hard every day. That is the dharma of the Bhaga Aditya. And what is the dharma of the Tvasta, the 7th house? Association, partnership. You know, Tvasta is actually Vishwakarma, who's designed the entire world, who's designed the Trishul of Shiva, who's designed the Sudarshan Chakra of Krishna, of Vishnu, all these weapons, the entire world, the architecture of Yoni, the Swargaloka, the Kuber Nagari. He's the one who's designed it. He's the architect. He's doing all his hard work. He's showing his skill. Is he doing it for himself? No. He's doing it for his associations, his partners. If someone has an Aquarius sun, that person can be a great skilled partner that you can have. Beside, he should have other good combinations in the chart. He will sacrifice his comfort for others. He will put his efforts to design everything for others. Because his dharma is in the 7th house. It is the house of association. People may sacrifice themselves for their spouse. Besides, they have good Venus. They have good moon. And the last Aditya is the Vishnu Aditya. This is actually the Maranakaran Sthan for Surya. It is an MKS. And this is where Surya Devata completely gives up the ego. There is no ego. For Aquarius, the mantra is Om Tavastaya Namaha. Tavastaya Namaha. This is a Surya that doesn't, this is the only Surya, Vishnu Aditya, which is a Pisces Aditya, that doesn't have any fat ego, or in fact any ego. This Surya has the ability to give you isolation and moksha. Om Vishnave Namaha, the most powerful Vishnu mantra, which can take you to moksha. Honestly speaking, if you have a Pisces Lagna and you have that Surya in the Lagna, you are in complete Vishnu Kripa. You are close to the moksha. You are close to the moksha. So what have you learned, ladies and gentlemen, today? You've learned the 12 Adityas and the dharmas of these Adityas. You've understood the mantras. You understood the protocols, how you can energize your Aditya. 4 months, 16 Sunday fasts, and 40 minutes of the mantra. You'll be able to synchronize with what you want to do and what world expects from you. This is what you've learned in this Aditya class. From just by looking at your Surya, now you understand where is your dharma. If my Surya is in the 3rd house, my dharma is Guru Charan, my dharma is masses, you all is my dharma. Society, catering you people, giving you knowledge is my dharma. And the day I would synchronize it with my own intentions, that day my Surya will become powerful. If I have Surya in the 5th house and it is a Tvastar Surya, an architect, a Vishwakarma in the 5th house, you have to combine both the energies. You have to enhance yourself. You have to architect your body. You have to architect your brain. You will use your skill for Ayurveda. You can become a dermatologist. That is how you'll do these permutations and combinations to understand your own Aditya. The house of the Aditya represents what world expects from you. The Rashi is what you want to do. Try to synchronize that. Try to synchronize that. Ghee diya has to be done every single day, honey. Every single day. See, we have the energies of the 2 Suryas. So you will have to do it one Surya first and the second one. So it will take 8 months actually. So you should start with the Rashi Surya first and then the Bhava Surya. Of course, you can do it in the morning sadhana. So start with the Rashi Surya, first 4 months, and then the Bhava Surya, next 4 months. It will take 8 months for you to energize your Surya. And the platform that you'll get in your life will be amazing. You'll be able to understand your protocols, your dharma. What is the requirement of your prarabdha? Ask yourself, what is the dharma of Prajanya? Ask yourself, see, where does it goes? I have a Pisces sun. Yes, you'll have to work hard. So it's a fourth house, Gaurav. So the dharma is your family. Just giving everything to your family, your home is your dharma. And Disha has wrote very well. I have Pisces sun. 10th house means I have to work hard daily on getting moksha. Absolutely, you have to do lakhs and lakhs of mantra and you do it. I don't know how many lakhs of Om Namah Shivaya we've done. So basically, we don't have to find dharma. You have to understand your dharma. You have to basically find your Aditya first. What you want and what worlds expect from you, and then what is your dharma. These are three different things. My dharma goes into 11th house. These are three different things. But what I do, I become friendly. And what world expects from me is the friendliness. But then my dharma is to cater masses, 11th house, which is 9th from the 3rd house. That's how I look at myself. This is how you should understand your Surya. ऐसे समझा जाता है सूर्य को ज्योतिष के अंदर. अगर आप इस तरह से अपने सूर्य को समझते हैं. Wow, Abhishek says, my 9-year daughter has Pisces Lagna and Sun. She recites Vishnu Sahasranama every day. I told you this is a Vishnu Kripa. As a Sun in Cancer will have direct connection with Shiva, then can we say Sun with the Moon will also give similar effect? Sun with the Moon is Amavasya Yoga, and Amavasya is dedicated to Shiva. I started learning Shiv Mahapuran on the day of Amavasya. And we all will start learning on the day of Amavasya only. There is no Parivartan Yoga which will be attached here. No Parivartan Yoga. It is in the house and that Aditya and that house. That's it. You can consider the nakshatra lords, but then just consider the pure Aditya. Yeah, that is why I gave you Vishnu Sahasranam Disha. The planets in the combustion with sun helps Jataka to follow dharma associated. Of course, it will. If you do the prayers of the Aditya, your dharma will automatically become active. Yeah, Deepa is saying that Cancer in the 7th house and I can't forgive my small mistakes. Okay. It helps in any avastha. It's not about what avastha, what degree, what is a parivartan. It doesn't matter. Just keep it simple. My Rashi Aditya and my Bhava Aditya. That's it. Parivartan or anything. No, nothing. Of course, these Adityas are associated with certain nakshatras. So when you do the mantras, those nakshatras will also get purified. See, soul actually doesn't want anything. The problem is soul doesn't want anything. Soul want to give up everything. So it is not at the soul level. It is the vibration of the soul that you're carrying. It is the karmas that are associated with the soul because of which you get this Aditya. Actually, soul wants to give up everything and just get into Shiva or Paramatma. It is the energies of your prarabdha which the soul is carrying, and the soul wants to purify those. That is the meaning. There's nothing called soul level. At soul level, once you reach the soul level, you don't want anything. आपको कुछ चाहिए ही नहीं होता. You just want to give away everything. What we want really means is the prarabdha. Because of the prarabdha, because of the past life unfulfilled desires, that is what we want. But then world expects something. That is why I gave you 10 minutes of input on prarabdha. People had asked me, what is prarabdha? Your lagna is your prarabdha. The way you look, the way you eat, the way you behave, the kind of family you have, this is your prarabdha. Dharma in the ninth house is to give knowledge, to protect the world. Ninth house is the protection. Why do we have dharma? Why do we have knowledge? We have dharma, we have protocols, we have rules so that we can protect. If imagine there are no rules in the country, there is no dharma in the country, or a dharma doesn't have protocols, what will happen to the people? Suppose you don't have a boss, you don't have timings of your office. Nothing will work. No organization, no people, nothing, no system, nothing will be protected if you don't have rules and regulations. The dharma of the second house, if the dharma is in the second house, it means your dharma is to communicate well. Your dharma is to build wealth for your family. Your dharma is actually your kutumba, your family. Dharma in the eighth house is your dharma for your extended family. Dharma in the eighth house is dharma of occult sciences. Yeah, Paramjeet. Thank you. God bless you. Eighth house dharma is dharma towards Jyotisha. Your dharma is towards occult sciences. Your dharma is towards your in-laws, your extended family. Your dharma is towards life after marriage. But primarily on the top, your dharma is all about Jyotisha, occult sciences. Now, I will leave you here to do all the permutation combinations, right? Do some brainstorming and we'll come up with another very important class tomorrow. You learn where is the power of your planets in the chart. So this is a unique lecture that I'll give you. Where is the power of your chart? Dharma in the fifth house without children is mantra shastra. Fifth house is all about mantra shastra, understanding, Puranas and Vedas. Yeah, Nitika ji, you're correct. Isn't so deep research, meditate, 8th dharma, 12th sun? Absolutely it is. It is very deep. ठीक है? I hope you enjoyed it, right? पता भी नहीं लगा कि हमने 1 घंटा 20 मिनट 15 मिनट कैसे बिताए, but that's all grace of Krishna. Okay?